Welcome in, Hardwood Nation. It is time for the final episode of Hardwood Heroes. As always, I am your host, Paul Roth, and we got a lot for you tonight. We got playoff updates for both the girls and boys squads. You'll get to hear from players and coaches about this past season. We've been on the air 7 weeks covering all the action around the TVC, and it all comes down to this, the season finale of Hardwood Heroes. Hey! Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is the night where we reveal our all-hero and all-future teams for both the boys and the girls in our coverage. But first, there were a lot of TVC teams in action this past week as the playoffs heated up. But which ones have made it through the gauntlet? Well, let's take a look at the brackets and find out. Let's start with the boys. In Division 4, the Waterford Wildcats took on White Oak in the combo tonight, and had they won, we'll see either Colgrove or Fairfield. And we had an appearance of the combo Cats. Trimble met Peebles in the combo as well, and had they won, we'll face either New Boston or South Webster in the next round. Now on up to Division 3, Alexander also had a trip to the combo against Valley last night, and with a win, we'll see either Wheelersburg or North Adams next. And finally, for the boys in Division 2, Athens fell to Zane Trace in the combo Thursday by a final of 48-28. Now on to the ladies. In Division 4, after knocking out Federal Hocking, Notre Dame did the same against Eastern, and Waterford had a solid win against Manchester before ultimately falling to Peebles in the next round. In Division 3, Lynchburg Clay knocked out Nelsonville York and will face either Alexander, who topped Minford in a close one. Now, if the Lady Spartans won that one, they will either see Buckeye Trail or Highland in the next round. And finally, in Division 2, Vinton County cruised past Miami Trace before a heartbreaker in the next round, as the Lady Spartans were just 2 points short against Washington Courthouse. Now, we're going to open up Episode 8 by talking about that Lady Vikes team, a team that finished first in the Ohio. Tyler Corbett is in the paint with two people who helped this VC team achieve their success.
Yeah, Paul, I'm joined by both TVC Ohio Player of the Year Morgan Bentley and Coach of the Year Rod Bentley. Guys, thanks for being with me.
Thank you.
Yeah, so first off, basketball has really been what your family's grown up on. Tell me about how basketball has just shaped your entire family.
Well, it's just something that, I've been doing my whole life, and my wife is, she decided that she loves it too, and she's coached and been part of it. And we just literally, we raised our family in that environment. I have 6 children, and it's just been a blessing that they enjoy it as much as I do.
I mean, I've pretty much grown up in a gym. My old house had a basketball court inside of it, so it's just, I've lived in a gym my whole entire life.
So now on to you, Morgan. You have not lost a game in the TVC Ohio in your career. What's it been like to go 24-0 in your first 2 years? I
mean, it's felt amazing. Every game's just as excited as the first game. Yeah.
And then just one last question. So the Vinton County community has supported you guys throughout this entire season, almost selling out every playoff game. What is it like to have that entire county behind you guys?
Seeing all of them follow us to all of our games, support us, everyone in the stands, it's just great to have a community like that to follow us.
Yeah, we enjoy it. I mean, we support the boys support us. Vinton County is a pretty special place to not only play, to coach, and just be part of it. It's a very unique community where they support us 100%, and we really enjoy the opportunity.
Got it. Well, thank you both for being with me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Back to you, Paul.
Yeah, thank you. As always, Tyler, it's been a pleasure to have you on the air this season as well. Now, again, this is the last episode of our broadcast season, but as we all know, there are still teams in the thick of the playoff hunt. So if you want to stay up to date on all our coverage the next few weeks, then go to woub.org/heroes to find all of our written recaps. Now, at this time, we do not have the result of either the Alexander boys or girls games, but that's not going to stop us from talking about Spartan basketball. Anthony Marino is with me, and he's going to talk us through the girls and boys season to this point.
Yeah, Paul, like you said, we don't have the result at this time, but let's look back and see how both these squads made it to where they are now. Jeff Grinstead and Lady Spartans finished the regular season with an impressive 20-2 record. Their only 2 losses came at the hands of Vinton County, and that VC team only suffered 1 loss in the regular season. This high-powered offense is averaging 57.5 points per game and surrendering 35 points each contest. The talent on this team isn't just limited to the juniors and seniors. Freshmen and sophomores have stepped up and have even broken the starting lineup. Underclassmen Jade Jaden Mace, Kara Meeks, and Marley Grinstead have been big contributors to this team. And I didn't forget about the senior leadership consisting of Sydney Bolin, Rachel Richardson, Jade Allison, and McKenna Rice. You might just hear one of those names later on in the show when T and Jacob reveal our all-hero team.
Yeah, now crossing over to the boys, who like the girls have a strong group of underclassmen.
Yeah, after this season, the Spartans are only losing 3 seniors. Those seniors are Stone Markins Irwin, Dylan Meckham, and Cam Riley. Juniors make up a large portion of this team and played a huge role this season and in tournament play as well. They're making an impact now for the Spartans, and that's a great sign for the future of this program. Being able to get underclassmen experience, especially in tournament play, shows the true strength of this Alexander team. And hopefully by the time this airs, both the girls and the boys have won their playoff game, getting one step closer to snapping that state title. And Paul, it's been an honor talking Alexander basketball with you all season long.
Yeah, we're going to miss that smiling face of yours, Anthony. Thank you always, and great work this season. Now, the Trimble Tomcats just won their 5th straight sectional title. Trimble lead Taylor Jedrzejek joins me now to tell a story 45 years in the making.
45 years and counting, Paul. If you've seen any high school basketball in Southeast Ohio, you've no doubt heard of Howie Caldwell. But what about the journey he's taken to get where he is today?
Southern, Eastern, Federal Hocking, and Trimble. For nearly 50 years, Howie Caldwell has coached young men on basketball courts all over southeastern Ohio. His journey began at Southern back in 1974 when he was the Tornadoes' assistant coach and the JV head coach.
Maybe in the 3rd or 4th grade, I wanted to go on and be a teacher, and also, also wanted to become a coach.
Caldwell spent 23 years at Southern. He eventually moved up to coach the varsity team between 1985 and 1998. From Southern, Caldwell moved on to his alma mater, Eastern, where he coached for another 13 years.
The next year, we won 20, and the next year we went to the state tournament.
He coached the 2001 Eagles to the school's only regional title to date. After a quick 3-year stint at Fed Hoc, Caldwell moved to Trimble. The Tomcats have never failed to claim less than a share of the Hocking crown in his 5 seasons in Gloucester. So why has he stayed in this region for 45 years?
When I go to the city, I can't wait to get home.
In his 34 years as a head coach, Caldwell has helped schools win 16 league titles, 23 sectional titles, 7 district titles, and a regional title. But he doesn't want to take any of that credit.
But as I've gotten older, I've realized that it takes more team than it does individual things. I think that you can be the best coach in the world, but if you don't have great players around you, it doesn't make any difference.
And joining me now on desk is the man himself, Howie Caldwell. Coach, thanks for coming on the show.
Hey, I appreciate it, and everything that you guys do is outstanding.
Thank you, thank you. So you've obviously been coaching here for almost 50 years, all of which was Southeast Ohio. So just tell me kind of what does this area and the people here mean to you?
You know, this is where I've always grown up. I've always considered this home. I'm a country boy, and I could never live in the city. It took me forever to find 25 College Street or whatever this address is. So as soon as I get out of here, I can't wait to get to Trimble.
All right, now, Coach, looking at this current season, you guys had a big hole to fill with Randy Hickson graduating last year, but obviously it didn't slow you down one bit, repeating as Hocking champs. So what were some of the changes that you made going to the season to help assure success?
Well, one of the things that we did 2 years ago, because we knew we had the junior class this year, we knew that there was going to be an outstanding group. So we had them practice on the varsity as freshmen. So they practiced for not only JV practice, they also practiced varsity. So they were going 4 hours a night in the gym. And we knew that they was going to be a special group, and they put a lot of time, work, and effort into the game. You know, you don't get to the top of the mountain by just falling there. Yeah. They climbed to get there.
Yeah. Now, Coach, when we talk about the Tomcats, we hear Braden Weber's name a lot. But being around this team, there's not any egos. It seems all team-oriented. So what are some kind of the things that you tell the team in practice, during games, during the season to keep them focused on team goals?
Well, one of the things I learned a long time ago, our 82 club that made it, that was state runner-ups, the chemistry that club had was just truly unreal. And in the 5 years that I've been at Trimble and previous years at the other schools, I found out that if you have great chemistry and nobody cares who gets credit, hey, you're going to be very, very successful at what you do.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show, and I know you got to get to practice, so I'll let you get out of here.
Hey, I appreciate it very much.
All right, now, there's no place like home, right? Athens Bulldogs reporter Thomas Garvik joins me now to see if the Athens Bulldogs could upset top-seeded Zane Trace down the road at the Combo.
Paul, it doesn't get much better than this. A spot in the district finals on the line, but for the Bulldogs, there were just too many elements in this game to overcome. Isaiah Butcher was suspended for the first half, and Eli Chubb was limited due to illness.
Yeah, that ain't a recipe for success.
Yeah, that's TUFF tough. Plus, St. Trace had SBC Conference Player of the Year Cam Evans and Nick Nesser, who Paul did his own version of the skyhook. The dude was special.
Yeah, not a whole lot you could have done if you were Athens in this one.
Right, but the bright spot for Athens was Elijah Williams. He led the team with 13 points and 4 steals, which is simply not enough production on the offensive end. And then scary moment in the third quarter here, senior guard Logan Maxfield converts the M1, but falls on his leg. He was rushed to the hospital after the game. Post-game reaction from the Bulldogs' final game of the year.
It was an emotional locker room, and all I can really think about is getting to the hospital and checking on my guy.
But I'm proud of our guys. I mean, we sectional champs and TVC champs. Can't ask for much more. Love those guys, and on to the next. And guys, next year they're gonna be ready. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do.
Now, Logan's dad did post via Facebook that Logan has a possible muscle tear, so speedy recovery, my man. Heck of a year for the Bulldogs, and Paul, heck of a year for me and you, man. It's hard to believe this is our final hard one.
Yeah, it really does. It's crazy, but for the last time, it's good having you on, Tommy. And usually when you are a freshman or sophomore in high school, you aren't asked to do much on the court. But our online hosts T. Willis and Jacob Murray are in the paint to prove that statement false.
All of these future stars are only just beginning to showcase their talents. And look, let's start off with the girls' all futures teams, and we have 2 players from the same team. For the Vinton County Vikings, we have Morgan Bentley, who is an all-around baller. She was a big factor for the 20-2 Vinton County Lady Vikings, as Bentley averaged a heroic 16 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists. She's only a sophomore, too, as the other Lady Viking, too, Tegan Bartow. Bartow averaged 15 points on the season, using her deadly three-point shot to find her rhythm on offense all season long. Now running the point for our squad is Federal Hocking's Paige Tolson. This Lady Lancer helped her team get better each week by improving her decision-making. She also still has that dangerous outside shot and the ability to get to the cup for easy layup chances. Now patrolling the paint for our team is the Megs Lady Marauders' Mallory Hawley. Even though they play her at the center and power forward spot, Hawley can stretch the floor with her consistent three-point shot. Her ability to attack the defender with quickness and power gives me reason to believe she isn't done growing as a player, which is bad news for everyone else in the TVC Ohio. And last but not least, the Nelsonville York Buckeyes replaced one of their top players in program history with a freshman who seems ready to take over in her own way. Mackenzie Hurd can handle the rock, shoot from anywhere, and find her teammates with her advanced court vision for her age. And look, with these 5 still fairly young, it'll be interesting to see how they develop in the next couple of years.
And let's not forget about the boys. The TVC was loaded with promise this season. And my first all-future selection is Hunter Smith from the Federal Hawking Lancers. As a sophomore, Smith is a key piece of this Lancers team. He doesn't shy away from contact. He plays with enough energy to fill the gym. Now, alongside Smith is Fed Hawk is our second all-future pick, Colin Jarvis. In 2 years with the Lancers, Jarvis became a solid point guard and leader for Federal Hawking. His jump shot continues to improve with time, and he does a great job distributing the ball as well. Whether he's kicking out to Brad Russell or finding Smith on the wing, he knows how to find his players and lead the offense. Now, spot number 3 belongs to the big man from Gloucester. I'm talking none other than Trimble's Blake Guffey. Guffey had an outstanding freshman season, helping the Tomcats secure their second TVC Hawking championship in 2 years. He's got poise, power, and most importantly, potential. In the 4th spot, we have Waterford's Holden Daly. Now, he played solid minutes for the Wildcats as a freshman. Waterford took advantage of his toughness this season, playing him down low in some of their smaller sets. He's a great finisher and defensively always locked in. And the 5th and final spot on the all-future team goes to Coulter Cleland from the Megs Marauders. Now, he's primarily known for his talents on the gridiron, but he showed the TVC Ohio that he has some skills on the hardwood as well. In his first season with Marauders, Cleland had a great pair of upperclassmen to learn from in Weston Bear and Zach Bartram. Now, I think next year, with Cleland coming back and, it being Weston Bear's senior year, I think they have a chance to make some really big impressions in the Ohio next year.
Yeah, definitely, T. And look at that, 3 freshmen making the list on the boys' side. We have a lot to look forward to. Now, you guys stick around, though, because we're going to bring you back one more time to announce our all-hero selections later. Now, let's take this finale to Nelsonville, where we have NY lead reporter J.L. Curvin to recap the Buckeyes season.
Paul, this year of NY basketball has inspired me, and I must recap it with art. Give me a beat.
All right.
Coming to the year, NY had to ask this. How in the world do you replace Jesse Addis? He had been there so long, who could lead? And that's why the Bucks started 1-3. But that's okay, NY would adapt. Mary Kay McCullough put the team on her back. She couldn't do it herself, and that's just fine. NY had a freshman that was starting to shine.
That's some bars right there.
Mackenzie Hurd was a walking double-double. Next 3 years, the TVC's in some trouble. The team was rounded out with Senate, Hurd, and Heller. Conference titles hopes were looking better and better. But the Spartans and Vikings ended up being too deep. NY entered playoffs with the numbers succeed. They handled New Lex and left Oklahoma denial before finally falling in the district semifinals.
Wow, Hardwood Heroes mixtape coming soon. I bet you'll tell me there's poems for the boys, right?
Yep.
No way. All right, give me your best haiku on Coach Jamie Justice.
If he's on the bench with a clipboard in his hands, the Bucks will be fine.
You're so deep, man. Now, how about a limerick on the season?
There once was a team from NY that had some seniors that were fly, with some guards that could shoot a conference title and pursue an exciting time for Buckeyes.
All right, now how about a gnomic verse on the future of the program?
No problem. Listen to Coach. It will serve the Buckeyes well. As NY looks to replace seniors from the past, don't forget the lessons left behind, but make another stride.
All right, JL Curvin, everybody. Thank you for another unique look inside Nelsonville York basketball.
It was my pleasure.
Now, Facebook. No, it's not just for the occasional awkward poke from a distant relative. It also houses a lot of our content on the Hardwood Heroes Facebook page. There you can find video recaps on games and different segments from the show too. It's the best way to share highlights of your kids to the whole family, so go check it out. Now head southeast of Nelsonville and eventually you'll hit Stewart, home of Federal Hocking. Reporter Will Collins joins me in the paint with one of the Lancers' all-future stars.
Paul, here with me is Paige Tolson, sophomore point guard for the Lady Lancers. Paige, thanks for joining us today. So I'll get right to the questions then. Paige, you're one of the smaller players in our coverage, but it doesn't stop you from having success on the court. So how does it motivate you knowing that you have to go against some bigger players?
Just playing hard is always something that's been taught growing up. So I just don't really think about it, just play the game.
All right, and so tell me a little bit about that. You display a certain amount of toughness on the court. How does that impact your game? Do other players feed off of that? Do they look to you as a leader?
I mean, Emma Bayhall and we both try to encourage all the younger girls as much as we can. And I'd hope they do. I think they do.
All right, so more of a fun question now. What's it like to have your dad as a coach? Tell me a little bit about that.
I enjoy it. It brings us closer.
Do you have any special memories from that?
I don't know.
Nonetheless, you enjoy it. And Paige, thank you so much for coming on the show with us today, and congrats on your all-future selection, and congrats on a good season. Paul, it's been a great 3 years covering basketball with you, so I'll miss it.
Yeah, Will, thank you for all your coverage of Fed Hoc. You'll be missed. Now, a successful season ended Thursday for the Eastern Lady Eagles. Brandon Monty is here to break it down.
Well, Thursday, the Lady Eagles took Notre Dame, the 5th best team in the state, down to the wire. The improvement and toughness of this team was on full display Thursday night, but they ultimately came up short. Regardless, they still finished as district runner-ups led by the senior trio of Allison Bailey, Jess Parker, and Kelsey Casto. All three enjoyed very successful careers in Reedsville.
There's so many seniors that have not gotten to experience to cut a net down. There's so many seniors that hasn't experienced playing here in a district final. These girls have won 4 sectionals. They've played in 3 district titles. They've got a district title. When you look back at what you've done, you will be so proud. You know, now it's just the underclassmen's job to come up, put in the time like they did, and keep the program where it's at.
Now, speaking of teams that improved, I heard David Kite has helped the Eastern boys dramatically turn things around.
Well, Paul, considering that the Eagles had their highest win total since 2011 this year, I would say Kite made a pretty noticeable impact in his debut year. While they fell short against South Webster in the playoffs Tuesday, that doesn't take away from the strides they made. Isaiah Fish, Sharp Facemeyer, and Blaze Facemeyer, along with the rest of the senior class, will be missed leadership and production-wise.
It's a really good start for where we want the program to go. The 6 seniors that we just lost are going to be the foundation of the new era that we have going on here at Eastern basketball. I'll enjoy time and kind of reminisce and joke around with my seniors because I love those kids to death. I mean, for 4 months, they gave me everything they had.
And not to mention, Garrett Behringer will be back next year to help lead this talented group of underclassmen.
Yeah, a lot to look forward to out in Reedsville. Thank you as always, Brandon. Now, the quickest and easiest way to access highlights is through our YouTube page. We post game recaps and, of course, entire show episodes. So look up WOUB PBS on YouTube or make it easier for yourself and just search Hardwood Heroes. There's a lot of great stuff on there, so go give it a look. Now, Meg's lead reporter Joseph Hennessy is in the paint with some Marauders, Weston Baer and Cassidy Betzing. Joe, over to you, my man.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. And yes, I am here with Weston and Cassidy, and we're going to start with the Lady Marauders. Alrighty, so Cassidy, senior year, you broke 1,000 points and you won a sectional. You know, how does it feel a week later?
It feels great. It's always been a goal to score 1,000 points since I was a freshman, and winning a sectional title with the team is great.
Gotcha. Alrighty, and Weston, you also passed 1,000 points. So how does that feel? How did it feel to score your 1,000 point in front of your home crowd?
It was awesome. It was an amazing accomplishment. It's something I've always wanted to do.
I must say, everybody was super excited. Everybody went crazy.
Yeah.
And then back over to Cassidy. So what is one of your favorite moments over the last 4 years of playing basketball for Megs?
I would say definitely cutting down the nets with the team.
Yep.
Definitely.
Recent
Yeah,
favorite memory.
yeah.
Alrighty. And then back over to Weston, a new coach, new system. What was it like in the locker room this year with Coach Hill?
Coach Hill did a great job this year. The kids loved having him around, and you know we finished below 500 last year.
Do you think it had to do with like the change of pace? You guys went a lot faster this year, and
got-
same with the girls. You guys moved quick this
Yeah,
year.
we got after it and played hard,
Yeah.
and we were in shape, and a lot of teams couldn't run with us.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was last year was kind of slow. Everything went. This year it was just like defensive board, push it.
Yeah.
And then Cassidy, we talked to Mallory Holly earlier, and she said that one of the words to describe her team was close. Would you say that's true?
Yes,
Yes.
we've definitely gotten closer this year.
Alrighty, and now I have a serious question for both of you. Who is the best dancer on your team, and what is their go-to dance move?
Oh gosh.
Alrighty, never mind. I guess they don't dance.
We're too
It's okay.
serious.
It's okay.
We're all
it's all
business.
good. It's all good. I get that. It's all good. Alrighty, Paul, back over to you.
Yeah, thank you as always, Joe. Great work.
Thanks, guys.
Now, the 12-game district winning streak for the Lady Wildcats came to an end, but the guys' team is still in action. Waterford lead reporter Connor Mills joins me on desk with the lowdown.
Paul, for the first time since 2012, the Lady Wildcats will not advance into the region semifinals. It was a difficult game against Peebles as the shots were just not falling. In addition, it was one of the more physical games I have seen Waterford play. Freshman Kara Taylor played extremely well over the last 2 games of the season, scoring 21 points in the district semifinals and adding a game-high 19 points in the finals. Talking with Coach Close throughout the season, he said many people outside the team did not think they would perform as well as they did this year. And yet, at season's end, the Lady Wildcats are undefeated in conference for the 5th straight year. They've won 15 straight sectional titles, and they've made it to the district semifinals 17 times since 2003. Finishing with the 20-5 record, it was another great season for Waterford.
Yeah, it's just mind-boggling to think I was 5 when the Lady Wildcats started winning titles. But for the guys, they're still alive. The Wildcats come to where the Bobcats play in the combo.
Last time out for the Wildcats, they sailed to a 52-28 victory over Southern to qualify for the district semifinals. Russell Young led with 16 points and Zane Heist tallied up 14. Young also added another double-double to his senior campaign, being a force at the glass with 12 rebounds. Coach Sims said they have been training all season for the chance to play in the convo. Waterford is the 3 seed, and they faced 7 seed Morristown White Oak, who upset Franklin Furnace Green to make it this far in the tournament. If Waterford makes it past White Oak, they will continue to play in the convo and on to the district finals on Thursday. It's been another great year in the books for Waterford, and it's been a pleasure to cover them all season long, Paul.
Yeah, thanks for taking the trip to Waterford, Connor. You've done a great job all season. Great work. We're going to miss you. Now, we saw the future of our coverage, but what about the top performers of the season? T. Willis and Jacob Murray are back in the paint to break down their all-TVC teams.
Paul, this is the cream of the crop. These players have the talent to lead their teams to dub after dub. Now, let's start it off for our boys all-heroes team. And for first off, it's the Megs Marauders' Weston Baer. Baer led his team in scoring this season, guiding the Marauders to 3rd place in the TVC Ohio. And when he went up against the top dogs of the conference, Baer didn't back down, as he had the Marauders almost pull off the upset. And our second spot on the team goes to someone from that top team in the TVC Ohio, the Athens Bulldogs' own Logan Maxfield. This guy plays on one of the deepest teams in our coverage, and his scoring really took pressure off the rest of the Bulldogs. Maxfield was a spark plug for this Bulldogs team all season long, helping them take over the TVC Ohio. After the loss of their star scorer a year ago, the Trimble Tomcats retooled this season with Braden Weber stepping up. Weber is a slasher who has improved his jump shot every week since the start of the season. Every team needs a dominant big man, and the Eastern Eagles have that in Garrett Behringer. He made big strides in his game from his sophomore year to his junior year, and Behringer positions himself great down low to get opportunities at the bucket, where his size allows him to take these easy shots against much smaller defenders. Now, rounding out our star-studded all-TVC team is the Vinton County Vikings' Gavin Arbaugh. Offensively, Arbaugh can shoot the lights out, and he can dish the ball effectively to make him one of the most dangerous offensive weapons in our coverage. This starting five has the size, the scoring, and the ability on defense and to make plays to make it our all-star team in our coverage.
And on the girls' side, we have a stacked team full of slashers, shooters, and 1,000-point scorers. Our first girls hero coming out of Megs is senior Cassidy Betzing. Now, I think it's fitting that she rocks number 30 because she herself is a lethal shooter. Betzing scored her 1,000th career point on December 29th and went on to lead the Lady Marauders to a 15-9 season record. Up next from the Alexander Lady Spartans, we have Rachel Richardson, and this girl lets it fly from deep. If you're a defender, you better keep your eye on her the entire time. And at the time of this recording, Richardson and the Lady Spartans are on a 9-game win streak, torching the competition in the postseason. Now, we didn't have to look too far to find our third hero. This spot belongs to Athens junior Laura Mandrick. In only 3 years with the Lady Bulldogs, Mandrick has surpassed the 1,000-point mark. I'd call her the future of Athens, but she's already arrived, and she still has one more year left with the Lady Bulldogs. Coming in the fourth spot is senior Rachel Adams from Waterford Lady Wildcats. Now, talk about defensive intensity. She's got plenty of it. A deadeye from behind the three-point line, the senior helped the Lady Wildcats cause havoc in the Hawking before their season came to an end Thursday night against Peebles in the district semis. And of course, I can't forget about the heart and soul of the Nelsonville York Lady Buckeyes, senior Mary Kate McCullough. She can score, she can pass, and play solid defense. I wouldn't be surprised if McCullough already knew how to coach. A no-brainer for the final spot on our all-hero team. Paul, it's been an awesome ride this season, not just for the players, but for me and Jacob as well.
Yeah, we hate to leave you, Paul, but we will always be around to remind you to be heroic.
All right, gentlemen. Well, you don't have to go home, but you definitely can't stay here. Thanks for the great work all season long. Now, finally, I think you've all caught on that I like to end each episode with a quote from a famous player. But for this final episode, I want to do something different and end it with a quote from myself. It has been a privilege for us to cover your favorite TVC teams all season. Thank you for inviting us into your homes each Sunday night to break down the week. And for one final time, I am your host, Paul Roth, signing off and reminding you to be heroic.